Welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are doing well. Today we'll continue the class of trigonometric only. We have already discussed the basic concept of quadrant and how ratios are, how the signs are depend on the quadrant. If it will theta will or rotating angle or rotating line will lies in the first quadrant. Okay, so how the sign will depend on that sign of ratio, trigonometric ratio. Now if the rotating revolving line OA line in the second quadrant, so what will be the variation of sign in the trigonometric ratio? So you can see that if OA lies in the second quadrant, that means it is x dash x, y, y dash. That means OM will be negative because it lies in the left hand side of the quadrant, left hand side part of the x axis. So your OM is negative. Now you can see that your PM is upper part of the y axis. Okay, PM is upper part of the y axis. So your PM will be positive. Okay, now OP will be positive. Your OP will be positive since it will in the upper part of the y axis. Okay, so now you just conclude the sign of sin theta. So sign will be, since it is your theta, so your sin theta will be again MP by this is theta, your MP will be sin theta will be MP by OP. Now why it is MP? Hope it is clear to you. Now why it is MP? Hope it is clear to you. So since we are considering this angle as theta, so the opposite side of the angle will be the height. So this is your perpendicular. So this is your MP and OP will be the hypotenuse. So your MP is negative over here. Already we have written, positive over here. Now your OP is also positive. So your sin theta will be positive. So since your sin theta is positive, that means cosec theta is also positive. Okay. Now come to the cos theta. So for cos theta, it will be base by hypotenuse. Your base is OM and hypotenuse is again OP. So OM means negative, OP means positive, that is negative. Okay, so your cos theta will be negative in the first quadrant. So cos theta is negative means sec theta is also negative. Okay, sin theta, cos theta already done. Now tan theta. Tan theta is equal to base by perpendicular. Tan theta will be perpendicular by base, that is MP by OM. So here MP is positive. Your MP is positive and OM is negative. So again tan theta is negative. So tan theta is negative means cot theta is also negative over here. So in second quadrant you can see that sin theta and cosec theta is positive, sec theta or cos theta negative and tan theta cot theta negative. So in second quadrant only sin theta is positive, and rest of the ratios sin theta or cosec theta will be positive and rest of the signs will be negative. Now come in the third quadrant. If rotating line OA lie in the third quadrant, so what will be happen? So when it will lie in the third quadrant, so your perpendicular will be MP. So this is the lower part of y-axis. So it is negative. OM. It is also negative because it is the left hand side part of x-axis. And OP. OP is also positive. Okay, now come to the part in third quadrant, means if OA lies in the third quadrant, then what will be the sign of the trigonometric ratio? So here you can OM will be negative, PM will be negative, and OP will be positive for all the quadrant. Okay. Now consider sin theta. So sin theta will be perpendicular by hypotenuse. Here perpendicular is MP. MP by hypotenuse means OP. So here MP is negative, OP is positive. That means it will be negative. That means for cosec theta also same. Now come to cos theta. For cos theta, it will be OM base by hypotenuse OP. So here OM is negative and OP is positive. So it will be negative only. Now for the last one, that is tan theta. Tan theta means height by PM by or MP by base OM. So here MP is negative and OM is also negative. So it will be positive. So if OA lies in the third quadrant, then only tan theta will be positive. That means cot theta will be positive. Okay. So this is for third quadrant, and this is for fourth quadrant. What will be happen? Let's see. So for fourth quadrant, your OM will be positive, MP will be negative, and OP will be positive. Now find out the ratios, that is cos theta, sin theta and tan theta. If we'll find it out, sin theta will be, if we'll do in this same process, sin theta will be negative, cos theta will be positive, and tan theta will be negative. Do yourself only. So what will be happening? Sin theta will be negative, cos theta will be positive, and sin theta will be negative. So you can say that when OA lies in the, or theta lies in the final position of the theta will be in fourth quadrant, then your cos theta will be positive. This is a basic concept of trigonometric ratio. So from here, what we can conclude, or after compiling this all ratios, what we can conclude? Let's see. So you can conclude that if the rotation in the anticlockwise direction, then in first quadrant, second quadrant, third and fourth. So in first quadrant, all sign trigonometric ratio will be positive. In the second quadrant, only sin theta will be positive. In third quadrant, only tan theta will be positive. and in fourth quadrant only cos theta will be positive. This is the concluding part of previous 4 diagram. Hope it is clear to all. So it will have to memorize it in which quadrant. That means sin theta means cosec theta also, tan theta means cot theta also positive, cos theta means sec theta also positive. Okay, so this portion should be clear to your mind only. Okay, so we can conclude in this way. If the rotation in clockwise direction, so what will be happen? If the rotation will be in clockwise direction, what will be happen? Suppose this is the 4 quadrant, this is the initial position of OA when it will rotate in the clockwise direction. So here the sign will be positive. Suppose it will rotate in the anticlockwise, from the initial position it will rotate in anticlockwise direction, then this positive theta will consider as negative theta. Okay, same for the rest of the diagram also. Suppose the rotation is in this direction, second quadrant, it is rotate in the anti-clockwise direction. Suppose it will rotate in clockwise direction, so what will be happen? Suppose that it will rotate in clockwise direction, so the position will be here. So then it will consider as, this is the initial position, it will be considered as minus theta. This is plus theta, this will be minus theta for the second quadrant. Okay. So when the rotational angle theta, means value will be theta counted from the initial position to anti-clockwise direction, it will goes to the second quadrant. If we will consider it from the initial position but goes in the clockwise direction, it will lies in the third quadrant. So value will be then minus theta. So in this way, if we will check the value of sine minus theta, so if we will calculate it, it will be minus sine theta. So if we will take the perpendicular line over here, PM, this is O. Okay. So if we will take, so you can say that here it will be Q. So you can say that PM is equal to minus MQ. This is because this is the just opposite direction of the same length. Okay. And OQ should be equal to OP. So if we consider it, so sine minus theta, so this triangle should be considered. So if we will take this triangle, then perpendicular is MQ and the hypotenuse is OQ. Again MQ is minus of PM and OQ is equal to OP. So it will be minus sine theta. So you can conclude that sine minus theta will be always minus sine theta. So same as if we will calculate is cos minus theta, if we will calculate it in this way, means after doing the applying the formula, then we will get cos theta as it is. Okay. Now for tan theta, if we will take tan minus theta, so again it will take minus of tan theta. Means if we will take the theta and it will take the negative version of that same value of the theta, then my sine minus theta will be minus sine theta, cos minus theta will be same as cos theta, tan minus theta will be taken as minus sine theta. Means suppose you are taking tan minus 30, so you can write it minus tan 30 degree. Suppose you are taking cos minus 60 degree, so it will be only cos 60 degree. Okay. Suppose you are taking sine minus 60 degree, it will be minus sine 60 degree. Hope it is clear to you up to this. So today's video is now up to this only. We'll discuss more concept of this chapter in the next video. Goodbye students.